Hey, welcome back. It's Corey H here once again. I got some stuff I want to show you. I had a really good week with finding some sealed VHS tapes. I've been really big into VHS lately. Last year, let me explain how I kind of got into VHS tapes. Last year, probably about just over a year ago, one of my friend's dads was about to throw his whole collection out, and my friend was like, "Hey, I think Corey would want those." So he asked me. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take them, man. Whatever." And he gave me. There's a bunch of basically '90s movies, nothing crazy or anything like that. But I brought them home, and I kind of got them in my garage in my bar area where I'm at right now. So anyways, I was like, these are kind of cool, and then Jim, he kind of, the same thing happened to him. I think his dad was ready to get rid of their family collection, and Jim was like, I'm going to take those. So Jim took those and just kind of like went from there. And then recently I just started buying sealed ones. I'd kind of buy a sealed one here and a sealed one there. And then the more I'm doing it, the more I'm buying, because I'm like, before I would, I'll just leave that one, or I'll just leave that one there. And now I'm just like, you know what, I'm just kind of buying them all now. I usually only buy the ones with at least a decent title, but I think eventually, probably sooner than later, I'm just going to start buying them all, because I'm getting them for 99 cents. So, and I mean, sometimes cheaper. Sometimes the double ones are $1.99. But anyways, they're super cheap right now. And I see VHS tapes over the next couple years, maybe not even that long, I think they're going to start going up. I mean, you got them when you're grading something like this, it's got to happen, right? I mean, certain movies obviously are worth more than others. Like a lot of horror films from the 80s, a lot of B horror films, a lot of the more harder ones to find, those are worth something, even unsealed. There were some I found they're worth something. I found a few of those yesterday. Those are really cool. But today I'm just going to talk about the sealed ones I got this past week, because I got a good amount of them. I'll just go through them real quick. But I'm pretty happy with what I found. Some obviously some are better than others. But like I said, for 99 cents, I can't pass this stuff up. I think I got about 20 tapes yesterday, and I spent like $25 with tax and everything. So can't really complain about that. So anyways, I'm just going to go down these one by one. And if you're out there watching this and you know about like just with anything else, like with say video games, there's different variants, there's different this version came up before that version and all that kind of stuff. If you know all about that stuff, because I'm still learning, I do not know all about that. I can kind of look at something, okay, this obviously was not the first release of this movie, but I would like to know more about it. And if you do know, I'd like you to just make a comment, say, hey, this is how you tell it. This is a good video you can watch, or this is a good site you can check out. I know that VHS DNA guy, I follow him on Instagram. He's kind of like I don't want to say he's the WADA of VHS, because they're just getting started. But he's the dude that started a company that grades VHS tapes. So I've been kind of following him, kind of see what he's been saying, and I've kind of learned a little bit from him. He's more of he kind of shows off a little bit his stuff. He's kind of a show off. But anyways, if you know a good resource for movies, VHS tapes, please let me know. Just comment below. I would really appreciate that. So anyways, I'll go through these real quick. All right, I got White Christmas sealed. Now, one thing I did learn is that you want to either see this tab, one of these tabs right here, like obviously inside of the seal, or there'll be like a studio watermark, which I don't think this one has the watermark on it. I don't see, but obviously this is not a first print. I mean, because it says, Millennium Collection. So obviously this is not a first print of White Christmas, but it's still cool. It's sealed. All right. I got On Deadly Ground with Steven Seagal. You can't pass that up, right? But see, this one has the watermark on it. So as far as I know, as long as it's got that watermark or that seal, we should be good to go. Okay. Indiana Jones, the young Indiana Jones. Got the seal. I actually saw a version of this that came with the original trilogy that was sealed. It was $10 at this thrift store, and I was like, I'm not paying $10 for that. It wasn't perfect. It had like some like glue mark or something on it, so I passed it up. But I happened to come across this, so I mean, it's Indiana Jones, so I didn't want to pass it up. 99 cents, you can't beat that. Dances with Wolves. This one happens to have this is watermark. It says Orion right there. You can see it goes all the way across the side right there. So it's got the watermark on there. Because I know a thing with VHS tapes is like Blockbuster or movie galleries or any of those movie places or places that you could rent from. Resealed their VHS tapes a lot. So a lot of tapes you might see, it's like, oh, okay, hey, this is sealed, but it's actually a reseal. So it's obviously a lot easier to fake and they weren't faking them, obviously, but to mistake, is a better word, a VHS tape, sealed VHS tape, than it would be to mistake a sealed, like, say, video game, because of the Y folds and those type of things. But also, I don't know if you can see it in here, but there's actually, on most of them that I've found, you can't see it, but there's actually like a little fold right here that goes right down the middle. I think you can kind of see it a little bit right there, but that's another way you can tell, at least from what I've noticed. We got Guarding Tess, Nicolas Cage. Can't pass that up, right? That's got the tab. Gandhi. I passed up Gandhi a couple times. Obviously, this isn't a first print because, I mean, it says winner of 9 Academy Awards. But it's still cool. $1.99 for the double tape. It's got the seal on both of the tapes. And this one also has the watermark from Columbia TriStar. You can see that right there. Primary Colors. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but interesting movie. It's basically about the Clintons, basically. This one had, I think this one had a watermark someplace, but where is it? I was trying to make sure that every one I bought either had I can see, you can't see it right here, but there's a watermark that goes across right here. That's it. I can't tell what it says, but I can see it. It's white. It's white on white. I can't really see what it says, but anyways, they had a watermark. So my goal was when I went out this week, was to make sure that I have like a big shadow on me, sorry. To find either the watermark or that tab at the bottom on the actual tape. Working Girl, obviously not a first print. It's 20th Century Fox selections. It's got the tab on there. This is a cool one also, double one. This was actually $1.99 also. This is Panton. You know, I've never actually seen this movie. It's supposed to be a great movie. I've never actually seen it. There are numerous versions of this movie I've seen. There's a really, I don't know, there's like a gray one. I think that might be the original one, because that's the one I've seen. That's the oldest looking one, I guess, at least. Like this one's from '86. So, but this has watermarks on it. Yeah, CBS Fox. You can kind of see it right there, CBS Fox watermark. And then Jerry Maguire, can't pass that up, right? Show me the money. Got the tab right there. Surprisingly, like all these, like most of the time when I see a sealed VHS tape, most of the time the seal looks pretty good. Zorro, Mask of Zorro, got the tab. The Client, which is an awesome movie, got the watermark right there. Warner Home Movie, Warner Home Video. Sorry, somebody's at the door. Star Trek Insurrection. This is the second Star Trek sealed movie I got. I know it's not worth anything, but it's Star Trek, so you kind of got to pick it up. It's kind of like if I saw a Star Wars one, I would pick that up for sure. Even if it wasn't worth anything, because it's cool. Got the tab right there. It's kind of a cool cover, though. And this is not the first copy of this, but last but not least, Bill Cosby himself. I know you guys are impressed. Look at that. Bam. I know you guys want that. Bill Cosby. Hey, buddy. I'm Bill Cosby. That's an inside joke, sorry. But anyways, I saw that. I was like, you know, I grew up a huge Bill Cosby fan, which I'm sure most people did that are my age. And it's pretty sad what's going on with him. But you know what? I was like, I'm still going to get it. It's sealed. I can still put it in my collection. And we'll just, you know, it is what it is, right? So anyways, just want to show you guys that, what I've been doing, kind of what I've learned so far about VHS tapes, about the seal and the watermarks, and kind of help you guys out, because I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that are just now getting into this like I am, because, you know, these tapes, it's kind of like games, you know, they're 40 years old, some of those, you know, the retro ones, you know, like the Marios and all that kind of stuff, and people are, you know, over the past, I mean, obviously people have been into them a lot longer than I have, but really in the past year and a half or so, people that weren't in it are now getting into it and learning all they can about the different variants and all that kind of stuff. So the same thing with these tapes, you know, anything that you know about VHS tapes and their variants and whatever you want to call it, all the differences between the versions and the releases, you know, I'd really like to know more. So if you've gotten this far listening, I'd really, you know, if you know some stuff I don't know, which is pretty much, I know pretty much nothing, like I said, I'd like for you to tell me about that. So anyways, man, just wanted to do a video on all the stuff I found this week. I'll do another one on the, I found a whole bunch of opened ones that I bought. Like there were mostly, or a lot of horror films, early 90s horror films, which are pretty awesome too, which are actually worth, if you find the right ones, a lot of those are worth, you know, 10, 15 bucks. Some are a lot more than that. But anyways, just wanted to show you what I got, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.